Hello, brains. Using screens to relax is great in that they're convenient, they're portable, they're low effort, and chances are at least one is always with you. But I found that relaxing with screens isn't always relaxing as relaxing without screens, especially if you're feeling guilty for being on them. So my goal for this video is to make relaxing without screens just as convenient. How? Glad you asked. By putting relaxation tools anywhere you might otherwise reach for your phone. The kitchen, the couch, the floor, outside, while walking the dog. I will include relaxation tools for all of them. My hope is that by the end of this video, you will have at least one new tool in your toolbox and maybe remember an old one you'd forgotten about. To be as inclusive as possible, I've included everything from free options to low price to I will pay any price, just help me relax. And because I have a toddler, most of what I include in this video will also be small child friendly. By the way, if you want more support with relaxing or literally anything else that ADHD makes challenging, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/howtoadhd, where you can also find ad-free versions of our videos. Okay, let's go. The couch, or wherever you collapse at the end of the day. Couches or comfy chairs make great spots to start your wind down ritual or reconnect with yourself or others. Cuddling is one of my go-tos when it comes to relaxing, resettling, and starting to wind down for the evening. Cuddling with a partner or child releases oxytocin and sends your body safety signals that help you relax. You can feel similar benefits from cuddling pets. Or for a grounding experience, try hugging a stuffed animal, pillow, or soft blanket. Similar to cuddling is massage in that it's hands-on and helps your body relax. If you live with someone, you could swap massages. But you can even do this if you live by yourself, or let one of these do it for you. That feels good. I'll come back to that. Low-stakes hobbies are another thing you can do to relax right from your couch. Those are any activities you can pick up, fiddle with, put down, and maybe come back to. But if you don't, no harm in that either. My low-stakes hobby right now is this. It's a cute little cross-stitch kit that lets me use my hands to fidget while my brain disengages and relaxes, theoretically. I just started it. Next, I might try macrame or go back to knitting. If you have any suggestions for hobbies I can do from my couch, let me know in the comments. If you have a roommate or partner, you can do the hobby thing as parallel play. This is really helpful for me personally because it's almost a form of co-regulation. If my partner is winding down, it makes it easier for me to start winding down as well. I've found it can also help to do some sort of transition ritual first to let your body know you're done with work and it's time to relax. That could be changing into a comfy pair of pants, journaling, doing a quick meditation, learning to redirect our attention and not react to every thought or to-do that pops into our head can make it easier to focus on relaxing activities too, just in general. By the way, couches are designed for plop, so the key here is to make sure that before you plop, everything you need is within arm's reach without having to get up. Yes, nailed it. Moving on. Oh, toolbox. Kitchens are designed to get messy, so it's a great place for relaxation tools that might get a little messy. Tools like sensory play. Remember these from primary school? Bins with kinetic sand inside, or water and a bunch of toys to play with. They're fun, indulge the senses, and are oddly calming. Since becoming a mom, I've discovered that anything that works for kids works for adults, and it's absolutely true when it comes to relaxing. Sensory bins can be made out of whatever you already have on hand. One of my personal favorites is dry beans. That feels nice. Another great way to relax is baking or meal prep. I personally like to make anything that smells good to me, and I don't have to rush to make. My partner, on the other hand, likes chopping vegetables because using sharp knives kind of forces you to be present and slow down. By the way, if planning what to cook is stressful for you like it is for me, Every Plate's got your back. That's today's sponsor, and today I am making pesto chicken, white bean, and artichoke soup. They did the planning, they created this recipe card with the instructions and sent me all of the ingredients, so all I have to do is the fun part. I do find being in the kitchen relaxing, except for the stress around, is this recipe gonna turn out okay? Did I remember to get all of the ingredients that I need for this recipe, or am I gonna have to stop in the middle and go get something that I inevitably forgot? Because everybody's recipes are different. Like, is this thing that says it's gonna take 15 minutes gonna take me 15 minutes, half an hour, 3 hours? I don't know. So there's a lot of stress involved in cooking for me usually that Every Plate takes out of the equation. I don't have to plan what I'm making. I just get to pick what sounds good to me. I just look at what meals they have available that week, and there's a lot of variety, so there's always stuff that I like, and then choose what sounds good to me. I let them know if I want 2 servings, 4 servings, if there's any substitutions that I need, and then they ship everything to me, so I don't have to plan, I don't have to shop, I don't have to worry that I don't have the ingredients that I need. The way the recipe cards are designed, the way everything's packaged, it's really smart, it's approachable, and I feel like I get still really great tasting food without sacrificing value or quality. So with every plate, I get to enjoy the stress relieving benefits of cooking, the meditative chopping and slicing and stirring and pouring of the Parmesan cheese. I get to enjoy all of that without the stress of planning and shopping and wondering if it's going to turn out okay. All the instructions are very, very ADHD friendly, very simple. And I find them pretty easy to follow, even while I'm recording and trying to talk to you while I'm doing it. So that's a really good sign. That was really simple. It didn't take as long as I would have expected for soup either. Let's try it again. It was already really good. Yup. That's amazing. I didn't even add the rest of the Parmesan and the pesto yet. And see how this goes. I didn't know that chicken bean artichoke soup could taste this good. It was really good. Also very relaxing, actually. A lot of the time was just stirring, chopping, waiting, smelling delicious onions and soup. If you'd like to try it yourself, you can for $2.99 a meal on your first box, and then 10% off for a month with my code HowToADHD YT299. The offer is applied as a discount on the first box. It's going to vary by plan. But yeah, let me know what you think. All right, let's talk about more ways to relax without screens. Right, we're shooting. Okay. And for many of us in the ADHD community, low-key, at your own pace tidying and cleaning is a form of relaxation. Removing physical clutter can help minimize the mental clutter too. As a bonus, it means less cleaning has to happen later when you'd rather be doing something else. The key to however you're relaxing in the kitchen is to make cleaning up as easy as possible. There you go. Moving on. The floor. This is where I often end up when I don't have enough energy to make it to the couch. So this is a good place for very low energy tools, like staring at the wall or the ceiling. Sometimes that's enough to let you relax, but it can help to hold a stuffed animal or notice the play of light and shadow on the ceiling. Basically, do nothing, but not nothing. Try to find a focal point that can hold your attention just enough that you don't start doing anything. That's the point. Which brings me to my next relaxation tool. Restorative yoga. I really like restorative yoga. It's slow, it's gentle, and it's one of the only ways I've found that I can truly relax. There are classes for this. You can follow a video tutorial online, or you can bookmark specific poses that work well for you and your personal needs. At this point, I've also just learned a few poses that work well for me that I can use as needed, like legs up the wall. This doesn't just feel good. It helps relax my lower body before bed and sometimes helps settle my restless legs. It's also great to do anytime you've been sitting for a long time because it restores your circulation. You can also just take a nap. If you have a kid, one of my favorite games to play is the nap game. Lie on the ground and ask your kid to bring you everything you need for a nap. Pillow, blanket, stuffy. If you don't have a kid, you can set a 20-minute timer and just do the actions of a nap without the pressure to actually sleep. Get comfy in your nap spot, turn off the light, focus on your breathing, chill. No pressure to actually nap if you're too wound up. The key to relaxing when you're on the floor is to let your phone take a nap too. If you need more of a mental break than a physical one, going outside is ideal. It's a great opportunity to get in some green time, which gives our focus a break because we don't have to try to focus on the leaves rustling in a tree or the flowers along our walk, because there's an effortless fascination there. It draws our attention naturally. I talk more about green time in this video. You can also benefit from watching clouds pass, watching the waves if you live near water, looking at the stars. If you've ever sat in a forest before and taken in the sights and sounds, you know how rejuvenating that can be. If you need a mental and physical break, you could also just sit outside in your backyard if you have one, on your porch or balcony, in a community garden, in a local park, and it's free. If you feel restless and have a yard, you can also do yard work. It can be meditative to pull weeds, pick up sticks, rake leaves. If you're feeling restless and don't have a yard, you could also go pick up some trash along your street. It's a small act of kindness to your environment and your community that also feels good. Outdoor hobbies can also be a form of relaxation, and a super convenient one is analog photography. Photography pairs great with green time, and an analog camera where all you can do is take pictures helps pull you into the present moment, especially if you can't review the photos that you've taken until you get them developed. Gotta stay in the present. That is all there is to do. Analog cameras can be found online, new, or you can find vintage models on eBay. The key here is to make going outside as easy as possible. This is why I have a dog. Keeping your outside tools minimal and right where you can grab them and go helps make relaxing outside more doable. Was this an excessive amount of relaxation tools? Yes! I do not recommend using all of them at once. Pick 1 or 2 to start with. Hopefully I covered enough that you have a few ideas of what you can try. Are we still gonna wind down with screens sometimes? Yeah, I know I will. But it's nice to have other options in my toolbox. Did I miss anything? What do you do to relax without screens? Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if this was helpful, and I'll do a second one with suggestions for the table, the bathroom, and ones you can do literally anywhere. Thank you to our brain advocates and all our Patreon brains for supporting content like this and letting us get some cool props to play with. Nope. This one? Not relaxing. Like, subscribe, click all the things, and I will see you next video. Bye, brains.